Hey, Dennis here, aka Wood Den. Hi there. Um, in my shop here. Yeah, uh, things have changed around a little bit. My monitor's back behind me here. You might be able to see it. Um, I find it interesting. Excuse me. Everybody dreams of their dream shop, the one they've always wanted. And I've got my dream shop space. But if you are a maker of any kind, you have a wonderful space to work in, hopefully, and you hope for the dream shop, but the shop is always changing. It evolves according to your needs, and my needs have been changing. My bench back here, where I have my scroll saw and my sander and my computer and all that stuff, it's kind of a mess. Not a lot of workspace. Where I'm at right now, I'm building a new bench here. Had my bandsaw in this little alcove. I moved it around the corner, and I'm going to put some drawers under this. I will be working on. I'm going to move this a little bit so maybe you can kind of see. I got it. Almost got it. Getting there. Well, that gives you an idea. I'm working on this old clock. Client brought it in to me. Wanted to know if I could do some work on it. Clean it up. Fix the top rail. Um, make it look a little bit better. The case look a little bit better. And then she's going to take it off to a clocksmith and have them do the workings, work on the workings. Hey, Herb, good to see you, buddy. Um, just working on this old clock today. Going to try to clean up the case. Going to use a little bit of uh, lacquer thinner. The lacquer, the coat of lacquer on it is bubbling, and so I'm going to try and smooth that out a little bit. I've tried a little bit on the top piece, and it worked out pretty good. Uh, hey, Larry, good to see you, or hear you, or all of the above. Um, Apologize, my back is to my monitor. I moved my camera around so I could work on this clock a little bit. So I'm gonna turn back and forth looking at the comments. So if I don't recognize you right off the bat, I'm not ignoring you per se. Just got my back to you. Anyway, uh, let's see what we can do here. I'm just gonna kind of this lacquer thinner really works good. The lacquer is dirty, bubbly, and I'm just trying to clean it up, not take off too much because she likes the patina of the lacquer. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully, I don't ruin the clock for her. Get it all cleaned up, and the inside isn't too bad actually because it's been covered. The clock runs. Doesn't keep very good time right now, but it does run. And so, like I say, she's going to take it to a clocksmith and have them take care of it. Henry. There is some writing. There is on the back of the clock, there is actually, I don't want to say a history, but there is actually information about the clock maker. I haven't looked at it real close. I don't know exactly when it was made, but everything is still there from originally when it was made. So I'm going to talk to the owner and see if there's, I want to put something on that to protect that so it doesn't get scratched or peeled or whatever, so that you can kind of see what's happening with it. See who made it, when it was made, uh, all that good stuff. Uh, but like I say, we're just doing a light restoration. We're not taking it back to its former glory. We're just kind of cleaning it up, smoothing out the yeah, the detail in it is hard to see kind of right now because of the lacquer bubbling. But let me show you. Get that out of the way. Did a little bit with this top piece, and I got a little carried away on the one side here, so I'm going to have to reblend that. But you can maybe see the difference from the right and the left of it and the top. The top is ideal, what I'd like to see. I'd like to get it kind of cleaned like that, but still leave a good portion of the patina there. That's my goal, to try to do that. We'll see how it turns out. There's going to be quite a few hours of just cleaning this thing. And then I have to reattach the top to this. And I've got some I got some thin walnut here. So I don't know, it's probably 1/8 inch, maybe a little thinner. And I made this pattern, and it's going to go on the back, so you're not going to see it. And that'll help reinforce that top a little bit once I get it all glued back on. We'll see how that progresses here in a little bit. I don't know if we'll get that far today. Today is just, let's see how much we can get cleaned and see what it looks like, and then I'll get that piece cut out, and I will get it all glued back together. But it's a neat clock. My father was a watch and clock repairman. He went to school for that after he got out of the military, and he has done some. He did a mantle clock. It was my grandmother's, and she said to my dad, if you can fix it, you can have it. And so my dad, of course he could. He had all the tools. He had the little watchmaker's lathe, and he had all the little watchmaker tools. He was very good at it, and he got it up and running. And to this day, I have it. My mom and dad gave it to me. So yeah, it's mine. It's going to stay in the family. It is a neat clock. I don't want to get too carried away with this. I just kind of want to get it cleaned up a little bit. I would like to take it all the way and get it a really nice finish, but that's not what the client's looking for, so that's not what I'm going to do. Try not to get too carried away. You get going, you look at one of those spots like, oh wow, and then next thing you know, it's, went too far. So yeah, I'm working on it a little at a time here. Let's see here. Yeah, I agree. I've always, I wish I would have kept more of the books and things that my dad had about clocks. And like I said, he had the clock lathe and everything, and it didn't matter what part it needed, he could make it, and he was very good at it until he got too shaky towards later years, and that's something you can't have when you're repairing a clock is being shaky, and so he had to give it up, and he sold everything, but that's one of those things I wish I would have learned a little bit more about, but oh well. You know how it goes sometimes. You just don't get it done. So here on the back, it has everything about the clock. And it's Waterbury Clock Company. Looks like it was manufactured in Chicago. I'm not seeing a date per se. A little writing off to the side, but I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, I want to try to preserve that so that, uh, yeah, this clock is going to need a lot of repairs. I'm finding something else too, that this is kind of shaky here, which I didn't notice before. Okay, I see here, down here underneath there's some attachments. I'll have to look at that, tighten those up. Probably should look at that before I go too far. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, they're little nails. Okay. Well, in for an ounce, in for a pound. Let's see what happens. Yeah, mine was too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool to get it on a brass plate. This is just paper. Um, I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I'm going to try to put something on that to see it. All right, guys, hold your breath. Yeah, I don't know. They went in. They went in, but I don't know that they're going to have a lot of holding power. I think I'm going to have to. Man, as much as I hate to say this, I might have to detach that from the base and then put a little hide glue in it, clean it, and put a little hide glue in there, and then reattach it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. This is one of those things you get started in it, and it's like a can of worms. It just continues to grow. Yeah. Yeah, I just gonna have to do that, I guess. Let's see what I can do without totally destroying the poor thing. There we go. All right, everybody, hold your breaths. Well, it's singing to me, saying, "Don't hurt me, don't hurt me." Yeah, I won't. I'll be gentle. There we go. And there we go. Oops, dropped a couple nails. I'll find them. Oh, yeah, I'll find them. Okay, there's one. There. There's the other one. There we go. And there. Okay. That'll make that easier to clean. But you can see that the glue is going to need to be redone for sure.
this is the YSA elders.
Yes, what can I do for you guys?
We were wondering if you would be able to open the 30th building for us.
I can do that.
Sweet.
Okay, listen for it.
Oh, there it is. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, have a good afternoon.
You as well.
Bye. All right. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, doesn't look too bad. I don't have any hide glue with me here in my shop, so I'm going to have to get some maybe tomorrow. In the meantime, I can get this cleaned up so it looks better. Yeah, look at the gunk. I'd heard about this trick on one of the YouTube videos that I watch, and basically what this does is it softens up the lacquer, and it smooths it out, and it also cleans it up. As you can see, I'm getting a lot of junk off of it. I don't want to go too far because, again, we're not doing a complete restoration on this thing. We're just doing a light restoration. But it is gummy, gooey. But this lacquer thinner, doing a great job. I got a little bit too much there, but got to be careful. I think I can blend that back in though. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this, so this is uncharted territory for me, guys. Hey, there you go, CNC laser. I have to see if I can find someone locally. That's a great idea. I'll have to propose that to the client and see if they're willing to spend the money to do that. It's got years and years of wax and whatever else on it. I'm trying not to lose too much of that patina, but I don't know. I might be getting in an area that I shouldn't be getting into, but we will see. Can you see the difference? I don't know. Might have to. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Because I was looking at the top over here the other day, and I was thinking about, and probably not going to do it, but I was thinking about, you can see this piece here is broken. I was thinking about replacing it. And so I started to make a template for it. And I discovered something. These are not symmetrical. They're not the same. You would think you'd be able to draw out the one that's still there, flip it over, and you'd be able to make another one exact. Well, that's not exact. Yeah, big difference. Yeah. And so I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. I might not venture into that part. The client basically just wanted it cleaned, the top put on, back on, reinforced somehow so that it would kind of stay there. She's not planning on reselling it. She's just planning on using it as a decorative item in her house. So we will see. I'm gonna try something else here too. A little bit of rubbing alcohol here. Spritz it. Got a different rag. It helps clean things off a little better. Well, it's looking a little different. Hopefully I didn't kill all the patina on it. A lot of gunk. Just a lot of gunk. But then again, all the years of just hanging around. And it looks like this back piece has got full faux grain to it. And I've seen that done before on other things. But yeah, I don't want to get too carried away here. I'm probably already heading down that road of too carried away, right? There is a little bit of a something there I'd like to see if I can clean off. another idea. Yeah, you've seen it here first. Me possibly destroying this clock. You're all probably sitting there yelling and screaming, "No, no, no, no!" And you would be right. But what can I say? Here's what I'm looking for. I've seen an old handle-made wooden tool. I'm not sure. For some reason, I got this big old. Oh, I've seen old an old handmade wooden tool. Yeah. I got to start somewhere. You're right. Probably going to be doing a lot of repair work from what me making the mistakes I'm going to make. But you got to learn sometime, right? This person has got lots of faith in me, so we'll see what we can do. I just want to clean off some of the gunk, not, the stuff that has piled up, and try not to kill the finish. Not putting a lot of pressure here, just very, very, very light pressure. And that seems to be working pretty good. I don't want to go too crazy. The other thing I've noticed about this looks like it was hand sawn. So, with all these different things I'm seeing on this thing, it's probably pretty old. Again, I need to get my glasses on so I can read that tag better. It'd probably tell me more information about maybe when the clock was made, that kind of stuff. Let's see. You might want to take pictures how it comes out when you can get back together. Yeah, I have been taking some pictures. I've got pictures of it when I first got it. I took a couple more today before I got on live, and I'm going to take some more. I can do that right now. Let's take a couple more pictures of the carnage. Here we go. There we go. And then at that point, I can put together a little YouTube video of its progress, how it looks, and everything as it progresses. But yeah. This project's going to take a little time because I'm leaving for vacation for over the 4th of July on Saturday, and I won't be back home until, somewhere around the 6th, something of that nature. And so it's going to set the shop for a little bit. But again, the client, she's not in a big hurry. She understands the process, and it's going to take some time. And I'm not using a whole lot of lacquer thinner on this either. Just enough to loosen it up a little bit to get the grime off, you know. I need to turn this a little bit. Yeah, you're watching me fumble. Okay. I think I'm going to stop on that part. I'll continue on the front now. Yeah. A big bump right there, and I'm not sure what that is. I think that's probably part of the finish that's bubbled. I don't know. tomorrow I'll go and get some hide glue and get this glued back together. Possibly, we'll see. Yeah, she's a pretty good friend. She's a pretty good friend. She's a pretty good friend. Um, nice lady. She has seen some of my other work. I had restored a chair that was broken into a dozen pieces, an old chair, and then I put it all back together and finished it up, and they were quite impressed, the person who I did the chair for. And this lady has seen the chair and has, since when she first saw the chair and how it looked when it was done, she has been wanting me to do this project for a long time. She's just now getting it to me. So you know, I can always come back and do more. So let's leave that set for now. Let's do this. This is one of those things where less is more. Yeah, I like watching PBS too and how they redo furniture and things. I do a lot of watching on YouTube. Um, people, there are some really good people out there on redoing furniture. Uh, I don't even think I've hit the amateur stage yet, to be quite honest. I've hit the possible destroyer stage. But we'll see what happens. It's always kind of a scary thing when you're redoing something. You just never know, you know. You hope you do what the client wants, but man, you just never know. Let's see. Two guys, something or another. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is. Um, there's a couple guys on YouTube that are really good individuals. One of them, I believe, he's either in Russia or in the Ukraine. I don't know which, but he takes some really old stuff and just, yeah, man, when he gets done, they're beautiful. Um, he replaces pieces that need to be replaced. Man, part of me wants to keep scrubbing on this, and part of me says stop. So I think I'm going to listen to the part that says stop. I've already in a couple places, I think, kind of got it too light and going to have to try to do some blending on it. But we'll see. You can see the difference here of all the detail. And then here, it's there, but it's not real visible. So I don't know. They make this stuff, it's called, I'm not sure who it's by, it's called Restore a Finish. I might look into that after I get this all cleaned up and put back together. I might rub it down with that and see what it does. Just not sure. Yeah, I plan on using the hide glue this way. Someone decides they want to take it apart and redo it. The hide glue is reversible. It's not like some of this modern stuff. I watched Kenneth Paul make some boxes from too far away from crown molding and cut different angles. Yeah. I bet that was cool. This is interesting. I think someone else has been trying to do repairs on this as well. But it's kind of like watching paint dry or sanding. It's about as bad as sanding, I think. I'm going to leave that a little bit. I'm going to move to another area. I don't know. Yeah, that'd be cool, making crown molding boxes. If you made it out of, in my opinion, you made it out of the good crown molding, the actual wood, not the press board crown molding, but actually, oak or whatever it is, that type thing. Then I think that would be neat. I think they would be a lovely box. There's so much goop and grime on this thing. Yeah, that's true. If you know how to do your own molding, you could make your own molding out of yeah, can't even talk. Whatever kind of wood you would like to make it out of. But you know what might be interesting though is to start out using the crown molding like you could buy at a big box store that is pressed wood, and just practice with that until you think that you've got enough confidence where you could just go ahead and uh, make your own, and it would be beautiful. My thinking is getting material to make the jug jigs. Never heard of those before. Yeah, that'll get you every time, won't it? I think I have. Here it is. All right, let's see what we got here. There's a lot of gunk in there. Years of waxing and polishing and who knows what else has filled in the cracks. And yeah, bunch of junk in there. Oh, now that looks better. I like that. Dust mites, yeah. Hey, Jason, how's it going? My brain is running 100 miles an hour today. I want to make up some pin blanks, something simple to start with. Well, for those of you who might be joining me, I am working on this old clock for a customer, client. And this piece I'm working on right now is the crown of the clock, and it has broken off. So I've got to put it back on and clean the clock a little bit. The lacquer is bubbling. It's just really old. And so I'd seen this technique where you take a lacquer thinner, not a whole lot, take a little lacquer thinner, and you can rejuvenate the lacquer and kind of give it a new finish with, we're not doing a major restoration to this clock. That's not what the client's looking for. They want to be able to hang this in their house, either hang it or put it on their mantle. I'm not sure exactly which. So, and they're not going to sell it. This is just something for themselves. And so she'd seen me work on a chair that I did some time ago, and she really liked the results of the chair. And so she's been wanting me to do this clock, and she just now got it to me. And it's been probably a year or so that she's been wanting to get this done. She's not in a big hurry. So I'm going to work on it till I leave for vacation. And then when I get back from vacation, I will do some more work and see about getting it finished up. So there may be some time before I get back and get this back on for people to watch. But we'll see. This is a delicate balance of how much to do and how much not to do. Hopefully the client will be happy with the end results. Time will tell. I'll let you know as I know. Just a lot of gunk. But she doesn't want it to be pristine, but she does want it to be a tad bit cleaner than it is. So that's kind of what we're doing. Making the details a little more clear, but still have that look of patina and age in it. I like doing this kind of work. It's relaxing for me. For some people, it's probably too tedious and they just can't do it. But I kind of enjoy it. I can just be in my own world here. That's cool. You can definitely see that this was handmade. As I'm going through and cleaning this now, I'm beginning to see the irregularities of different things. And that's okay. It's a pretty clock. I just hope I can do it some justice. Hmm. This piece I'm working on here, it looks like it fell off because there's a little brad nail right there. And it looks like one right there. And so they glued it back on and pinned it. Interesting. Unless that's the way it was made, I don't know. And it looks like there might be a couple little brad nails there, but they are little tiny things. So, who knows? Yeah, you can see where the glue was there. Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, I probably should have my glasses on when I'm doing something that small. Hey, I can see. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like watching sanding and watching paint dry and all those good things. But this has to be done. So it's probably pretty boring. I apologize. But and like I say, I enjoy doing this. Um, I used to carve wood, but my hands got to where I couldn't hold the chisels tight enough and the knives tight enough, and so I was just worried I was going to cut myself. I just didn't want to do that, so I stopped wood carving. But it's nice to know that some of my tools are going to get used on this project, which I think is cool. Using a mixture of lacquer thinner and isopropyl alcohol. And that seems to be doing pretty good. I'm going to have to do some touch up though, I think. But it's looking pretty good, I think, at least from my angles. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if you can see it very well. There we go. Very well. There we go. It's a little light. Yeah, I know. Spots. I've got to clean it up a little bit more. And then I'm going to, I guess I'm going to have to restore the finish a little bit. Not so it looks brand new, but so that it looks a little bit more consistent, I guess. This this lacquer is just really, really nasty. And so let's see what we can do. Got to let the client know about the base, how it was ready to fall off. Let her know what I'm doing there. But, yeah. Well, everyone, I am going to turn this video off. Thank you for joining me. Basically, I got hours and hours left to do of the cleaning, as you can see. Hopefully I can do it some justice. I will show it to you as I progress. We'll talk later. Bye.